Many of us don't remember where we were 20 years ago, but this is a day some Connecticut families will never forget. On July 29th, 2005, an overloaded truck slammed into 19 cars at the base of Avon Mountain. 5 people were killed, many others were hurt. Chief political reporter Susan Raff spoke to a survivor who wants everyone to know just how lives have truly been changed since that unforgettable accident, Susan.
Unforgettable, and lives really have changed for so many people. That survivor that we heard from earlier was Mark Robinson, and he's a profile in our story tonight. He not only wrote a book on this tragedy, but he wants people never to forget that day because he was fortunate and he doesn't take any of that for granted.
Just looking at the crash is difficult.
One boulder came through my windshield, landed on the passenger seat. Another one came through the sunroof.
Mark Robinson was going to work. He was at the base of Avon Mountain when a dump truck lost its brakes and crashed into him and others waiting at the light.
I'm very, very lucky because people on both sides of me and behind me were killed.
He has no memory of the crash, but feels he was saved because he was buried up to his neck in gravel and dirt, which came into his car, which protected him. This is what Mark's car looked like.
Did it start to settle in then that you had survived something that other people had not?
Yeah, I mean, I just have been haunted, I guess. It's like, why, how did I get through that and other people didn't?
Disturbing pictures are part of Mark's book, Smoke, Fire, and Angels, based on the tragedy on Avon Mountain and the many lives now changed. 4 people were killed that day. Chip Stotler, a father of 5 young girls, Barbara Bongiovanni, Maureen Edlund, and the truck driver, Rahim Nafi. It was his first day driving solo. The bus driver, Frank Wan, did survive, but his injuries were severe.
He was not Frank. He was like a child. We had to teach him how to walk. We had to teach him how to talk. We had to teach him how to eat.
Less than 3 years after the crash, Ramona says her father died.
Those who survived the crash couldn't believe all of the chaos. There was smoke and fire everywhere, and people were being rescued from their cars. And there was something else that people were aware of: the countless volunteers and emergency responders.
Where they just show up at these things and they do these amazing things. I mean, I'm embarrassed to say I really never gave it much thought.
And after the crash, they learned things that made them angry. David Wilcox, the owner of the trucking company, had canceled his liability insurance on his trucks and then tried to reinstate it right after the accident. Wilcox also admitted he knew the truck had faulty brakes. There was a trial, and Wilcox was found guilty and sentenced to 6 years in prison. The trial was hard on the families, and what they were hoping for never came: an apology.
People kill people on the road every single day. I understand accidents happen. Just say, hey, I screwed up. I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong. What can I do? I'm sorry.
On the 10th anniversary, there was a ceremony at the site. But then and now, 20 years later, Mark is still trying to understand how something so horrible happened that day. All of the proceeds from Mark's book have been donated to those most seriously affected. The crash has also changed the way he now lives his life.
It sounds like a cliche. You never know when you walk out the door if you're going to come home again. Well, I can tell you that that is true, and you should remember that.
The crash had such a huge impact on so many survivors and families, and state lawmakers knew right away they had to do something to prevent this from ever happening again. And tonight on Eyewitness News at 5, state laws have now been changed, and the road itself has been made safer. Plus, a brother who lost his sister says he heard something from the Wilcox family that continues to haunt him. Kara, back to you.